everyone, this is Ren from Strong Girls Knits. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry and Etsy as Girl with the Rabbit, and then of course we do have a Ravelry group which is Strong Girls Knits, and that is linked. Everything is linked down below. So hey everyone, how are you doing? So sorry I didn't record last week. It was actually my birthday on the 20th. I am now 25. But yeah, so it was my birthday on the 20th, and then yeah, we had a bunch of stuff happen Sunday and then Saturday, but I will get into all of that at the end of the podcast, so with the weekend review. So again, sorry, but I'm glad to be back, and I'm very happy to be recording today because I have lots of goodies for you to show you. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about knitting. First off, I finished my those boot toppers for Jennifer. That's James's sister. Here's the picture. This is actually, I really like this pattern. It's knit flat, and then you stitch it, or you're supposed to mattress stitch it together to make the boot toppers, but I ended up just doing a 3-ring bind off. I just picked up the cast on edge and then cast it off with the last row. I don't really like mattress stitching, and it was very quick and easy, so at the end of it, you know, I just had to weave in the start and the end. But she really loved them. She loves this color for some reason. It knit up pretty quick. It's on a size 13. It's from a book I checked out from the library, the Chunky Knits, I believe. And anyways, it's a very nice pattern. I loved it. And I used Ella Rae's Mega. It's now discontinued, but I found this yarn on clearance and she really loves the color. It's actually have scrap. Sorry. Anyways, so she loves this kind of like gold burnt yellow color. I'm not even sure how to, it reminds me of the 70s, but she loves this color. I made a cowl for her out of similar color scheme, and she loves it. But yeah, now I gotta figure out what to do with this 50 grams of leftovers. Probably make something for her again. But yeah, that made me really happy, and hopefully she got to wear it. And they turned out great, I think so. So let's see, I finished another square for my blanket. Sorry. Let me show that. I think it turned out really nice. It was fun once pretty much once I got halfway, I was like, I can finish this, and got it done. So it was very nice. I liked it. And then, not too happy about this, but so I finished this hat. This is Sweetheart Beanie. I can't remember who it is. I'll put it right here. The pattern I love the cabling. I love the hearts. I did the large size that said it was supposed to be for adults, and yeah, it's not, I don't know, like I like my hats to cover my ears, and the plan was, because I had 2 other skeins of this Cascade 220 Sport in 2 different colors, and it was supposed to be friendship hats, you know, Jess and Kristen and I would each have one. And needless to say, I'm Andrea, I'm sorry, you can tell me what you think on this, but I think I'm just gonna rip it out. I know I made this, I put all this work into it, but I think I'm gonna rip it out and just maybe make one thing out of all 3 skeins of yarn and give it to, you know, one of my friends or mom. But I'm so mad. I was starting to decrease it, and I was looking at it, I'm like, that's too small, that's not gonna fit. And I was so mad. But I love, like I said, I love the patterning on it, so I think I'm actually going to incorporate it into a pair of socks. So anyways, there's this fail of the week. I was so mad. I was so unbelievably mad. Like, yeah, because she has in there, she's like, oh yeah, I used a full skein of that exact yarn to make an adult size hat, did everything to the T, you know, yeah, everything, and way too small. I still had like a nice little chunk of Yeah, I didn't even use the full skein, so really made me mad, if you can't tell. So, but let's have happy talk about Cozy Memory Blanket. I did get quite a bit of this done. I was sitting there thinking the other day, I'm like, wow, I feel like I haven't got a lot done over those 2 weeks. Like, I don't have a lot of individual things to show, but, you know, I stopped and thought about it. I was like, yeah, I actually did get quite a bit done. But, so, I can't quite remember what all you guys saw last. I think I just started it. So, I did this top row. I'm trying to think. So, this top row right here is Premier Yarns at Joann's. It's their wool free, and I'm gonna actually I knit James a pair of socks out of this, and it has a lot of different colors in it, so I'm actually gonna knit another square out of this. This is Joann's Sensations yarn that they used to have. It's discontinued now, sadly, because this is a really good wearing sock yarn. This is just a plain blue. This is The Grinch by Supernatural Yarn. She's on Etsy. I made Christmas socks for myself out of that. This is some more Joann's Sensation. This is some Premier yarn from from Joann's as well. Yeah, we went over this and we went over this row. This row, let's see. This right here is some cashmere. I can't remember what it's from, but I mean, what the brand is. I made James a pair of socks and they accidentally felted a bit, and so now they're my socks. So I feel bad about that, but oh well. This is again that same sensation. So here's these colors, and then that was the other square. You can see them. Yeah, I kind of like when I have a yarn that I can make more than one square out of, and they all look, you know, each of them looks different. So, because I did the same with my diversity yarn. Okay, sorry. Oh, this is some hand painted opal I got for just a freebie Christmas, and then this again, just a dark charcoal Joann's Sensation that is discontinued. Like that's I don't know, that sock yarn was really nice. I've knit my mother a pair of socks, I've knit James a pair of socks. Well, he has 3 pairs of socks out of this yarn. Trying to think what else. I'm actually knitting Jessica a pair of socks out of the same stuff. But it's really great wearing, so if you ever come across it, like someone's destashing it, snatch it up because it's really, really nice. But, and then I started one, so I need to finish, I want to finish that. And that's just living in my little dinosaur bag. I actually really like my dinosaur bags. They're kind of, I don't know, they're like weirdly cute. I don't know. So there's that. And then we'll move on to this. I'm doing a pair of socks. Oh, so here is, it's Sensations. From my understanding, it was Joann, like, Joann's produced it, and it's the Souls and More. So I have more of this yarn, and I'm making, oh, excuse me, so sorry. I'm making a pair of socks for Jessica that I talked about, or I just said a little bit ago. And, oh, so sorry. Oh. Anyways, this is Snakes on a Plane. I kind of casted them on a little bit the last time you saw, and then I watched Andrea's podcast, and she's knitting these for her husband. I was like, yes! Now I have someone to knit with, kind of. So, Andrea, I'm secretly knitting along, doing a knit along with you that you just now found out about. So, anyways. So, here it is. I'm gonna scoot up, but, a nice little cable, and she has it written where, so you wear the socks and the cables will be on opposite sides. Now, the thing I didn't like was the cabling. She didn't have the cabling going opposite direction, so the cable on the right, you know, so both cables, let's say, turn to the right, and that kind of drove me crazy. So I made it where the one sock, they're turning away from each other. So let me see if I can point that out clearly enough. And I like this because it's a simple cable pattern, so it's easy for me to track along and make sure they're both exact. And yeah, and it still shows up nice. So here this one's twisting this way, and then this one is twisting the opposite way. And that was just me. The pattern doesn't call for it, but it was a simple enough change that it's not confusing by any means. And I really like it. It's a free pattern. It was very popular when it came out, and I can see why. It's a very nice sock pattern. It's a toe up, heel flap, and I'm all about the heel flap. Although I think I am gonna, for socks for me, I might go ahead and add some other different heels just to freestyle. But so there's that. I'm actually going to probably sit and work on that in a bit. Oh, and then I'm test knitting a shawl for Fairy Little. She is co-host of the Twisted Stitches podcast. If I said that wrong, I'll put it right here. But she was asking for test knitters for a shawl, and I said, oh yeah, go ahead. And this is where all my knitting has been, is because she wanted it done either at the start of March or like that first week of March. So I'm usually kind of a bad test knitter. Like I'm not really feeling it. I don't do it. But I really wanted to do this for her, Marcia. I'm so sorry if I'm getting your name wrong. I know it's Marcia or Martha, and I know your name is Fairy Little on Instagram and Ravelry. So here I'm starting. So this is the unfinished, but I've started binding off on this side. Oh, and it's very big and cozy. I actually really like how this yarn looks. Her pattern does say 440 yards, but I have, so far, I think I'll have enough. I could be wrong. Hopefully I am not. But I did these on a size 9 needle, and this only has 400 yards. This is Checkered Flag Fibers, and this is just their teal. Yeah, oh well. You didn't need to see how much I paid. Anyways, it's a very simple, easygoing pattern. As other knitters would say, it's very chippy pattern. You know, you just keep eating chips. You just keep knitting on this. It's very, very easygoing, but it is a lot. So that's where all my knitting time is gone, because I really wanted to get this done before, actually before March. So I have tomorrow to finish it for my own deadline. But yes, it's going very well, and if you're watching this, everything is just fine on it. The pattern is very good. So yes, so hopefully I will have that finished today. Very excited about that. I have a trip coming up this week, so hopefully I will be able to knock those socks out. So I'm going to, there's going to be some cuts in the video just because I have everything laid out and I need to get up and get it, so I apologize for that. But yes, let's do the brown bag. So I'm going to grab my bag and we'll see what it is. Go from there. Hi! So I just grabbed, excuse the crinkling, but so I opened the trunk and there was one right there and I just grabbed it. So let's see what it is. Okay, it's off. Yes, I'm so excited. Regia Floormania color, yes, and this is, it doesn't have a name for it, but anyways, I'm super excited about this. I was actually just thinking, because I have a second skein. I'm so sorry. So I bought both of these, and I was like, okay, if I don't draw this, I really want to knit, or you know, I'll probably start knitting this as my next secondary socks, because I have my socks of the month that I get done for the month, and then I have secondary socks. But for some reason, well, probably because of Shaw. Yeah, I guess mostly because of Shaw, but I haven't really got to work much on my secondary socks, so yay! Now I'm knitting something I really want to knit, is this lovely color. And this will be nice because it's green, and for winter camp next month, it's bonus points for green and yellow, so green and yellow, and socks or feet related knitted items. So there's both my bonus points if I get it done, of course. Anyways, super excited. Oh man, I can't wait. But I will not cast on until the 1st of March, so I have till the end of Monday to finish up what I want to finish up. Okay. Oh, that's so exciting. I'm so excited. So let's do a little book review. I have a few books that I've checked out from the library. First one, and I'm so sorry about the glare. Hold on, let's see. Oh my gosh. The Knitter's Book of Wool by Clara Parks. She also did The Knitter's Book of Yarn, and I started reading that, but it wasn't really holding my interest, so I just returned it. Not that I've heard great things about that book, but I don't know, it wasn't really clicking for me. But this, I think, was amazing. She talks about fiber itself, and it's mostly, this is just wool, so sheep. And she goes into like how exactly what the fiber is, you know, how it's chemically made up, you know, she goes at it from a scientific point of view on describing the actual fiber and how it works, which I thought was amazing. Made me so happy. And then she talks about, you know, different ways it's processed and everything, and then different sheep and their qualities, and pretty much now, and then of course it has patterns in it, and I added this to my library because there's there's at least a couple patterns in here that I would personally like to knit. Let's see, of course the sock pattern. Yeah, the sock pattern. This one's pretty. Oh, and this is her Windjammer socks, but well, it's all different designers in here, but it's a very lovely collection, and I can't wait to knit it. Anyways, and it of course even has a section on how it plays well with other types of fibers when it's blended and everything. And again, like I said, it talks about all these different sheep, not in like great detail, but enough to like really get your curiosity that I actually checked out a book on sheep, like that talks about all the different breeds, because she even goes into some history of the different breeds, which I think was amazing. And like I said, I mean, if you're a spinner, check this out. Just anybody, check this out because it's a really great book. Yeah, I love this book. Very glad that I checked it out. On to the next one. I have Once Upon a Knit by, this is put together by Guinevere Miller. So there's her name. And it's a very, very lovely book. This is, I would almost say, the companion to, oh, she did write it. Okay, that makes sense. She also wrote the Vampire Knits that I reviewed last time. And now that I think about it, yes, she did, because they have almost the exact same style as it, not knits, but how it's written. Oh, that's adorable. Oh, anyways, there's some really cute patterns in here. Some of them definitely not something I would knit, or you know, I wouldn't be interested in. But let's see. Oh, this one I thought was nice. Ella Snow Vest, which is a nice zippered vest. There's some really pretty shawls in here that I like as well. Let's see. Those are cute. Oh, this one's cute. It's a modern chainmail hoodie. I thought that was pretty. Oh, it's a dark photo. I'm sorry. But anyways, like I said, it's very well written. And see, here's one that I thought, you know, maybe in a different color scheme, but it's called Candy Witch Fingerless Gloves. And yeah, you know, I wouldn't knit this color for color, maybe like a black or something, but you know, some patterns I think are a little cheesy, but others I think are so beautiful. Like here's Maleficent Shrug. I don't know if you can, how well you can see that. I think that's pretty. That's definitely on my to knit list. So it's so pretty. I actually love shrugs, but I haven't knit myself quite a bit. And then there's some of course, really cute kid patterns. This is interesting. So just a hat, and you it has something where it supports the hat, of course, but yeah, it's cute. Some, like I said, some patterns I could do without, others I want to knit, so I added this to my library as well, so definitely check it out. Oh, Once Upon a Knit. Alright, and then I have 2 more books. Let's see. Sock Yarn One Skein Wonders, and then Lace One Skein Wonders. And then I think this one, yeah, this isn't necessarily, it's not lace weight, it's all the patterns have lace in them. I did like some of them, others though I could do without, so I don't know, mixed reviews on it. Definitely check it out from your library before you buy it and see if there's enough in there that you would want to buy. And then this one, of course, this is all sock weight yarn, and some things are very cute that I like, and they have a lot of interesting different socks that I actually would like to try. Let's see. Gotta get out the shawl section. Oh, here we go. Because these, yes. Yeah, these guys. Sorry. From my understanding, just by looking at it, it's almost knit like a tube, and then, you know, you do the cuff and the heel, or the cuff and the toe in the round. But yeah, definitely, I'm gonna add this one to my library just so I can have some of the sock patterns in it. Again, I'm gonna look over this and see. So maybe I'll just select certain patterns that I would want from it. That's actually not a bad idea. I think for these I will select patterns that I would actually want to knit, not necessarily the whole book, so when I go to do in my library search, it's not bogged down with everything. So anyways, so there's those, and now we're going to talk about stash enhancements, and I have a lot, so that section's going to be a little long. One second. Hey, sorry about that. So for my birthday, my mom, of course, got me some yarn. But first, I want to show 2 things that are not yarn related that she got me. First, she got me, made from 100% beeswax, straight from the hive, a little candle. And it smells just like honey. It's so good. Clearly I haven't lit it yet. But yes, I was super happy about this. James didn't really like the smell, and I was like, psh, whatever, it smells like honey, so I'm gonna light it. It's mine. So, really excited about that. And then she got me this super cute frame, which I guess she said it was more for Valentine's Day, but we didn't see each other, so oh well. Woo! It's got sparkles, and I just need to get a picture of James and I in it, and then, yes, I thought this was really pretty. Woo! Snowflake, sorry. I don't need to keep going woo every time. Okay, now for the yarn. She bought me 4 skeins of this Plymouth, oh, it's Dream Baby by Plymouth Yarn, DK weight, and I don't think it has a color. Oh, color is 0305. Anyways, it's very pretty. I'm gonna call it Funfetti. It reminds me of cake. So, for some reason she thought maybe I had a friend with a baby on the way, and I was like, nope, none of us are pregnant. So yeah, so I'm definitely gonna have to see what I can do with this. Maybe I'll just knit a baby thing anyways and just have it on standby, but I think it's really pretty. I like it. It's something fun, so we'll see what I do with that. Onto the sock yarn. Well, I guess that kind of gave it away. So she got me these 2. It's Diversity, Plymouth Yarn, Diversity. It's 93% acrylic and 7% polyester. And this is colorway 2. It's pretty pinks and grays. It's actually, what is it? Bobbin, Little Bobbin's Knits. She is doing some pink socks, and this actually kind of reminds me of it. But, so she got me this. And I love Diversity yarn. If you, I'll do a picture of my Buffy sock, or my Buffy socks. This yarn, this is the first Diversity yarn I ever had, and I found it for $1 at a local yarn store. Sadly, that was the only color she had on clearance, but I still should have bought like everything she had, because I love this yarn so much. It's so soft. It's great. You can throw it in the washer, and it comes out just fine. Maybe like a little bit of a fuzz, but I wear mine like crazy because I love them, and now I can't wait to knit socks out of all this. But so she got me this one, and then she bought me this one as well, and this has all kinds of colors in it. There's actually some orange in there, and because it was funny, she had, because I actually went to the yarn store with Mom yesterday where she bought this, and so she had all of this color together, of course, and it was funny because it almost looked like there was two different skeins, like two different colors, because of the color changes in this. So I'm super excited to knit socks with this. So Mom got me that, and then, like I said, we went there yesterday, and I went and I got to meet the store owner and everything. She's super sweet. Lynn from Caring Stitches. It's in Mount Carmel, Illinois. So sorry. It's right on the border of Indiana. But she's super sweet. Cannot wait to go back. But I was helping her with like setting her up on Ravelry and some other stuff, and so she was kind enough to pay me in some yarn. She's like, "Oh, you go ahead and pick," and I went straight to the diversity yarn, and we were talking, and I was like, "Oh, I just love this," and she's like, "Oh, yes, I love it too." And so she gave me her favorite one as a gift. So this one's really pretty. I think I've actually seen this one the most online. I mean, like, other people have knitted. I could be wrong, but so yeah, I got this, and then I was like, well, I need to buy more of this stuff because I'm in love with it. I am a diversity junkie, as I've come to find out. So I bought this one, this pretty color, and then this blue, and this is for James, of course, and I bought this down in Georgia at a different store. So, and this is really pretty. This is again for James. So I now have a diversity collection, and I'm so happy. I'm probably gonna end up with like, I want a pair of socks out of all of this yarn, and if this yarn ever gets discontinued, I'm gonna be so sad because it's such a wonderful yarn. I knit this on a 0, and like I said, it's extremely comfy. I have knit James a pair of socks in a kind of a knockoff version. It's Premier Yarn, wool free, that you can get at Joann's, and he loves it as well, but it's not near as soft and silky as this yarn, and I love it. I love it so much. It is a little stretchier, so I knit it on a size 0, but yeah, I think it's amazing. I love it. So it's my precious, my wonderful precious. But okay, I have more. So this is yarn I actually stole from my mom's stash. She doesn't knit socks and doesn't really use fingering weight, but this is from stuff that she had previously. So I was going through it and I stole some of it. Surprise, Mom! This is, Premier Yarn, charcoal. I'm not sure what I'll do with this because James, I knit him Sensation sock yarn that was almost this color but darker. So maybe Mom will get a nice pair of socks since this is her yarn. Sorry again. So there's that. Let's see. Oh, and then here's some Patons Kroy yarn. I think from when it like originally came out. And I got, she had 2 skeins of it. So again, this is probably going to be for Mom as well. So, because these are very much her colors and they're very nice. But yeah, so those are nice. I mean, well, of course they're nice. And then she bought this, I believe, from Atkins Farm. It's a yarn store in Vincennes, Indiana. And she bought this and I wanted it, and if it's what I'm thinking, and well, maybe it's not. Anyways, she gave this to me. She's like, well, I know you were wanting this, so here, you can go ahead and have it. So this is fun. It's a thick and thin. Be interested to see what I make with it. I'll probably end up making something for her anyways. Let's see. Oh, and then this is some Opal yarn. I'm gonna have to see how much this is, how much is here, because I've already put it, I had a small amount I put in my blanket, and I'm using it for swaps, the rest of it. But I think I'm gonna try and knit myself a pair, if there's enough, knit myself a pair of socks, because I think this was like the second Opal yarn I'd ever bought. So I would like to make a pair of socks with it. And then I found this hot mess. Don't judge. This hot mess. There's blues, purples, blacks. I knit myself a pair of socks out of these. It's opal. Yes, I really love them. Those were my first pair of socks, and they are still holding together. Bless their little souls, but I love it. Okay, so then, well, hold on. So I did a swap with someone in Canada. Her name, and I hope she doesn't mind me mention. I'll just mention your first name. Let's see. I want to get it right. Margaret? Yeah, Margaret. Yeah, Margaret. I love that name. My grandmother, my maternal grandmother, her name was Mary Margaret, and I love her. Well, loved her. God rest her soul. But anyways, that's been a while, so it's not a. She swapped with me. Oh goodness, it's gotten crunched up. It was very lovely, and but I've just been like hugging it, so it got all jumbled. But she gave me. Oh, I'm sorry about that light. Anyways, she gave me, we swapped 10 gram skeins, mini skeins. And then I opened the mail. She gave me 2 of the same set of 10 grams so I could build my stash and go ahead and swap with someone else. She is so sweet. Hopefully she has gotten her yarn that I sent her soon. And my mini skeins are not near as pretty as hers, but thank you so much if you watch this, and I'm definitely wanting to send you another little gift as a thank you. So anyways, I'm super excited. Some of this is so pretty. Like, I have yet to open this. Let's see. So this one looks freaking gorgeous. Look at that. Now, I don't know what any of these are. It's not a big deal to me, you know, whatever's whatever. So oh, and then these, oh my gosh. Then there's these. They're all so pretty. They're so pretty. But anyway, so now I need to find a swap buddy to swap 10 with, because I already have 10 that I can go ahead and swap real quick. So again, thank you so much. It made me so happy. But yeah, so thank you. And that is, I did a little spinning, but not a lot. I need to get on that. I actually might go ahead and take my spinning this weekend on our trip, and whenever we have downtime, maybe try and spin a bit. But anyways, if you don't want to stick around for the weekend review, thank you so much for coming, stopping by, and yeah, again, I hope you have a great week and have an awesome week. Bye. Let's see. Okay, so weekend review. It's been 2 weeks, so we have plenty to talk about. Like I said, it was my birthday on the 25th. Oh, I forgot to show presents that my best friend got. Actually, so like I said, Saturday was my birthday, or the 20th, and James and I did a little shopping that morning, because my friend Jessica, we were actually going to do a little shopping together, but sadly her work was being a bunch of a-holes, and they were like, oh no, you need to come in and work. It wasn't so much, I guess it wasn't so much her boss or anything, it was just the client needed something done, and they couldn't get it done before the deadline of what the client imposed, so she had to work the weekend. But thankfully her boss helped her out as well, so it wasn't a ton of work for her. But James was nice enough and went ahead and shopped with me. We our local library system, because we actually have numerous libraries, but they're all connected here in Evansville, which I think is great. It's definitely, you know, we have like 10, well, we have one big one, and let's say, I think like 6 smaller ones. So with all of those combined, we have like this massive library collection here in Evansville, which is amazing, and I use it to the fullest. But they had a mini book sale, because every year they do a big book sale of, oh, I'm so sorry. Anyways, every year they have a big book sale about in fall, where it's just like, let's say it's books that they're going to take out of circulation, or people, you can even donate books for them to sell. and it's just a big, huge book sale. And it's all money goes back to the library, which is great. So we went to that. We got there right after they opened the doors. I was really crowded. I was happy for them, but it was really crowded. And I got run over a couple times by these old ladies. Like, I would try and go down the table for the books, and then this old lady either coming in the opposite direction or coming behind me would just swoop right between me and the table to keep looking. And that really made me mad, but you know, I wasn't gonna do anything. You know, I was like, it's cool. I'm cool. It's a little old lady. I would probably accidentally break her if I said anything. So, there was one old lady though. I'm pretty sure she has cats because I could kind of smell it. But anyways, I got a couple books from there that I'm happy about. Then we dropped off stuff at the thrift store. And James isn't the biggest fan of the thrift store. That's why Jess and I always go, because we always have fun. Even if we don't buy anything, we like, you know, we take our time looking around. So we dropped stuff off. And James was like, oh, well, I was like, oh, let's go ahead and look around a little bit. But I don't know, we went ahead and left. We went to the mall. I got myself a new shirt because I was getting dressed that morning. I was like, I don't like any of my shirts. I need new shirts. So we went ahead and bought a new shirt. I probably would have bought some more, but one of the sales ladies was being really attentive, and it got annoying. Like, James was ready to leave, so we just went home after that. My mom made it down. She had to work that day, but she was able to make it down and come see me. So she brought cake and presents. You saw the presents that she gave me in the first section. She also gave me 2 really lovely knives that I have yet to share with James, and probably will refuse to share with James. And she also got me a mop that I really wanted. I know that sounds silly, but I don't know, we're really great about that. We buy each other things that we need. So and then she got me this. Woo! I love rubber duckies, and I love the color changing ducks. I love these so much I usually kill them. Like, I play with them so much that the light dies. I know that's kind of ridiculous for a 25-year-old, but I don't care. So, let's see. So, and then James and I went out and had Indian food for dinner, which it was really, really nice. Oh, we were so full. I don't know how he managed to finish his food. I ended up, I wasn't able to finish mine. I got chicken tikka masala, I believe is how it's said. It was all like this real rich tomato sauce with chicken in it. It was really good. I ate all the chicken out of it, but I wasn't able to finish the sauce. And it came in like this little bowl, but I swear they were pumping the sauce up through the bottom because I swear it didn't end. And I had some naan with it, which is delicious. I need to try and make some myself, and because my recipe book has it in it. And let's see, yeah, I think that's all we did that evening. We went home and cuddled, you know, had a good night. It was actually very nice. There for a while, I swear, like, all my birthdays were just horrible. Like, I just had this little birthday curse going on. And yeah, I think the past couple were really, I mean, my 25th birthday was amazing. So my insurance premium has gone down. I can now rent a car without having to pay extra. It's really good. There's some good perks, money saving perks for being 25. But yeah, I had a really good birthday. I was really happy. And then Sunday I had lunch with Jess and Kristen, because Jess, like I said, she had to work Saturday, and then Kristen had to do some wedding stuff with a friend of hers, and she felt so bad. She's like, I'm so sorry. I totally didn't even realize the date until it was almost Saturday, and I was like, oh, it's fine, you know, it's not a big deal. It worked out just fine. We went and had Red Lobster for lunch, which we've all decided that is going to be our birthday dinner or lunch or whatever. That's going to be the birthday place for us. And Jess got me, what is it? The big Betty Crocker's Big Book of Bread. So I actually knew I was getting it, but that's okay. I'm so excited. I've already, I hadn't really baked there in a while. but I hadn't returned the book to the library because I was like, I cannot, I have to have this book in the house at all times. So I just kept renewing it until Jess got me the book, so I was super excited about that. I made some muffins the other day, and I think I'm actually going to go ahead and make some more muffins later today. And then Kristen, in very true Kristen fashion, I got 2 new diseases. I got pneumonia. Oh, and look at those little eyes. He's so cute. He's so cute. Pneumonia. Oh my gosh. Yep, pneumonia. Oops, sorry. There you go. Yeah, so another little buddy. And then I got avian flu, or bird flu, I'm sorry. Avian flu, bird flu. Oh, look at the little... So, and these are giant microbe stuffies. And this one, I don't know, they used a different fabric. They used a different fabric because she is so soft. I was sitting there, I was like, oh yay! And I was like, wow, this is really soft. I freaked out for a minute because I thought she accidentally bought me one I already had, because she's bought me Black Death. And how it was folded up, it almost looked like it was, the plague again. And then I pulled it out and I was like, well, bird flu. Wait, didn't you get me bird flu? She's like, no. I got you swine flu. I'm so sorry. Oh man. She got me swine flu as a graduation present when we graduated high school. So, which he's so cute. But yeah, so I have pneumonia and bird flu. And for anyone that doesn't know, it's a Christianized tradition. I have they're giant microbes, and they're all different diseases, or they have bugs, or all kinds of microbiology things. And I love them to death. Which is weird because I'm a chemist, but I love these guys and I love researching diseases. Probably got into the wrong line of work, but I hated my biology classes. So, anyway, so our tradition is every Christmas and my birthday, I get them, and she is the only one that buys them for me. So, I actually found one when I went to my mom's, and while I was every time I go, I try and sort through my stuff that's still at the house and get rid of things, and if there's anything Mom wants to get rid of. And I actually found one of my giant microbes. It was the bookworm. It is one of 2 that someone else has gotten me. It was not Kristen, because the very first one that started off was flesh-eating disease, and I won it. And that little guy started the whole thing. Like I said, Kristen was the only one that got it, and then I had an ex-boyfriend for Christmas got me bookworm, and of course that relationship ended. But actually it ended shortly thereafter. So maybe it was a giant microbe curse. But anyways, yeah, I found it, so I was pretty excited about that and brought it home. But yeah, so here's my little buddies. So that was Sunday, and then James's sister Jennifer, and then our youngest kid, Claire, they both have their birthdays on the 22nd, which is Monday. So Sunday, we went and had dinner at a local sushi place of her choice, and that was really nice. It was great to see everyone. Her sister, the other sister, Leslie, came with her son and husband, and she has the cutest little boy. James's mom and dad came, and Jennifer's boyfriend, and her little girl Ilsa. Sorry, little Ilsa came as well. So that was really great. I had a lot of fun there, and it was funny because and James's his mom's husband was there with us, and Kathleen and her husband John are trying to, their goal this year is to try new restaurants, try new foods, really expand themselves. Well, not expand themselves. You know what I mean. But yeah, it was funny because they were like, oh, they were gonna try some sushi. It was kind of very much on the fence of what they were gonna eat, but they really did step out of their comfort zone. They didn't get sushi, but they tried some other stuff, and I was very proud of them. So, let's see. And then Monday we had Claire's birthday. She asked for steak, so I just got some little steaks for all of us, and Got a really nice cake. I'm trying to think. Oh, lifting. Yeah, let's talk about lifting. So I have this old injury right about, so here you have your deltoid, and then you go into your bicep, and there's this area right here, just pretty much where everything connects. Well, back in high school, I injured something, and it hurt, but didn't really have a problem, and I really don't have a problem when I lift. Every once in a while it flares up, and I had a really bad flare-up at the start of 2 weeks ago. I had a really bad flare-up. I did something that just irritated it. And so here's my key thing. For whatever activity you do, definitely stretch. Find the best things to stretch. We ended up doing kind of like this 7-day rehab thing for my arm, which was pretty much like I continued to lift, but it was just like these stretches and little lifts to try and build, work it out and build that strength back. And it seemed to really help. It introduced me to some stretches that, that I've now found a couple that really seem to help, because it doesn't really hurt at all to deadlift. It doesn't hurt to bench, which you think the bench would be what hurts it. It's actually when I squat, because when I squat, I have the bar on my back and I pull my arms up, and it's just that motion of all the weight, and then that arm pulled back is what hurt. Like, of the 3 lifts, that's what hurts the most. So definitely found some stretches to help with that. And like I said, in anything you do, definitely find some stretches or something to do, because it will help. It's a huge preventative measure, and of course it does help when you lift. I didn't really stretch beforehand. I still kind of don't, but because I do like warm-up sets, so I'm moving. I don't just jump into the weight. I gotta start out with the bar and move my way up, kind of thing. But that caused some problems there for a while. I was like, I just can't do this, James. It's not gonna happen. I was ready to throw in the towel, but because we have a competition coming up soon here in April, like start of April, and I really, I don't want to slow track anything. The only problem we're having is dropping weight. So yeah, I'm kind of stuck at like 128, and I'm really wanting to try and get to 125. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I can't tear myself up. I just need to move my weight. If I can just get stronger, that's really all that matters at the end of the day, at least for me. So work is still in shutdown. See, I think that's another major problem with the weight loss. I'm not really moving around at work, and there's not really anything to do besides just randomly roaming around the plant, and that, not the safest thing to do. But I don't know, bro, that's kind of tough. But I think that's really it. This is a long episode, and I am kind of not sorry about that. No, I'm kidding. No, I just had a lot to talk about. Let's see. Oh, so like I said, we're taking a trip. We're actually going to Columbus, Ohio. We'll be leaving Thursday morning, and we'll be back Saturday night. We're going to the Arnold World Expo, so we're super excited about that. It's actually 4 days. It starts Thursday. Some things start Thursday, and then it ends Sunday evening. But it seems like the majority of the things that we're really interested in are Friday and Saturday, of course. And we didn't want to. We also did that where we came home Saturday, so we didn't have to spend like another $100 on a hotel room, and then drive home Sunday evening and just be kind of it would have been just more stress on us. But awesome thing is, hopefully I get to meet my good friend Rachel, who lives out there. We've known each other for a while, talked on the phone, have communicated and talked to each other, but we've never actually met each other in person, so I think that'll be really great. It'll be great to see her, meet her. I finally get to meet her, but so I'll get to have dinner with her Thursday night when we get in, and then Friday, Saturday we're gonna be living at the expo, taking in as much as we can, meeting as many people as we can, and just really enjoying it. James is super excited. I'm really excited. They have all kinds of stuff. They like almost anything. Like I said, they have the bodybuilding, powerlifting, different kinds of powerlifting, strongmen. Let's see. They have all kinds of sports like fighting, swimming, dance. They have dance competitions, which I think is awesome. They actually have this art at the Arnold where it's these artists set up and they like show their strength and, you know, draw these pictures, you know, they have the models there and they draw or paint or whatever, and it looks so cool. I'm definitely gonna check it out. And of course they have a huge a bunch of vendors, and then those vendors have competitions of their own, because there's one, I can't remember what the vendor is, but it's called The Cage, and they have these different well-known lifters that come and, you know, like let's say they lift a huge amount of weight or something, you know, just, and of course they have seminars there as well where like these lifters talk, you know, let's say about deadlifts or something. And really excited about that. Someone I'm really interested in meeting. I kind of met him at my very first meet in Bloomington, Illinois, but didn't really talk to him, didn't have the guts to talk to him. But he's going to be there at a different booth, and I'm definitely going to, I want to go up, shake his hand and be like, "Hi, I'm Ren." So, but yeah, we're super excited about that, and it's a nice little mini vacation for us, and it'll be fun. So if anyone lives in Columbus, Ohio, or knows the area and has somewhere eating suggestions, that would be great. So, because it's all going to be downtown, and our hotel is, I think, like maybe 20 minutes away, like when you drive. So, but they have a shuttle, which is nice. So hopefully we can just hop on the shuttle and go, and then hop on the shuttle and go back to our hotel. So, other than that, I hope you guys have a great week, and yeah, I can't think of anything to ask, but I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.